All right, buckle up, folks, because today we're taking a wild trip through the world of homes that decided to yeet themselves into the Earth's crust like it's some kind of cosmic prank. We're talking sinkholes, those sneaky voids that turn your dream house into a literal pit stop. From a Florida dude swallowed by his own bedroom to an ancient Mayan city built over water-filled death traps, this list is packed with jaw-dropping stories that'll make you question why anyone thought, yeah, this unstable ground, a perfect spot for my forever home. Spoiler alert, some of these places are still standing, barely. Let's dive into the top 10 homes built over sinkholes, and trust me, you won't believe number 1. Hit that subscribe button if you're ready to laugh at nature's chaos. Let's go. Starting us off at number 10, we've got a Florida classic, because where else do you get sinkholes so savage they eat people in their sleep? Meet Jeffrey Bush's house in Tampa, 2013. One night, this guy's chilling in bed, probably dreaming about palm trees and alligators, when bam, a sinkhole rips open right under him. We're talking a 20-foot wide, 60-foot deep monster that swallowed his entire bedroom. His brother heard screams and tried to dig him out, but Jeffrey, gone. Body never found. Florida's limestone bedrock is basically Swiss cheese, and this sinkhole was a cover collapse king, fast, brutal, and zero chill. Imagine your house turning into a horror movie set overnight. Stick around, it gets weirder. Next up, number 9 takes us to Hideaway Hills in South Dakota, where the American dream went full roller coaster drop. Picture this: a quiet neighborhood near the Black Hills. Perfect for retirees Stuart and Tanya Junker, until 2020, when a massive sinkhole opened up near some guy mowing his lawn. Turns out, this whole subdivision was built over an old gypsum mine the state conveniently forgot to mention when they sold the land. Now, 150 families are suing for $45 million because their homes are basically teetering on a geological Jenga tower. If your backyard starts looking like the Grand Canyon, maybe it's time to move. More chaos coming up. At number 8, we're back in Florida. Shocker, where in 1981, Winter Park decided to flex with a sinkhole. So greedy. It ate a 3-bedroom house, 5 Porsches from a dealership, and the deep end of an Olympic-sized pool. This beast was 320 feet wide and 100 feet deep, racking up $4 million in damage. It's like the Earth said, oh, you like luxury? How about a luxury crater? Caused by drought and overpumping groundwater, this one's a slow burn cover subsidence type that just kept growing. Fun fact, it's now a tourist spot. Who needs Disney when you've got a hole that eats Porsches? Number 7 takes us way back to the ancient Mayan city of Yucatan in Mexico. These folks built their homes around 40 cenotes, aka water-filled sinkholes, because in a dry region, that's your VIP water supply. But here's the creepy twist. One cenote, Sakwayam, was walled off like it was cursed. Why? Divers in 2014 found 2 chambers stuffed with 15 human skulls and bones. Sacrifice vibes, anyone? These limestone sinkholes were sacred, sure, but also a gamble. Build too close and you're one rainy day from a soggy collapse. Think your HOA is strict? Try living next to a skull pit. Rolling into number 6, we've got a sinkhole with a taste for horsepower. In 2014, the National Corvette Museum in Kentucky woke up to a 40-foot wide, 30-foot deep hole that gulped down 8 classic Corvettes worth $1 million. Security cameras caught the whole thing, cars just plummeting like they owed the Earth money. Blame the car's terrain and a sneaky cave collapse. The museum turned it into a win, though. Attendance spiked 59% from gawkers, and they sold sinkhole dirt in jars, capitalizing on chaos. Respect. Halfway there at number 5, we've got Guatemala City, 2007, where a sinkhole turned a house into a tragic headline. This 330-foot deep piping feature, fancy term for death hole, opened after Tropical Storm Agatha swallowing a 3-story factory and killing 3 people. It's not your typical limestone dissolve. This was sewage pipes and heavy rain teaming up to punch through clay. The result? A perfectly circular chasm that looks like Godzilla took a bite out of the city. Hang tight. Number 1 is gonna blow this out of the water. Number 4 is the Cenote in Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, where Mayan villagers built homes around a sinkhole so pretty, it's basically Instagram bait. This 85-foot deep vine-draped beauty was a sacred spot for rain god sacrifices. Yep, human ones. Limestone dissolved over millennia, leaving this turquoise pool that's now a swimmer's paradise. But living here, one wrong step and you're in the drink with the ghosts of offerings past. It's stunning, sure, but I'd rather not bet my mortgage on a sinkhole spa. Hey, you still with me? Good, because I'm starting to rethink my own house's foundation. Let's keep going. Top 3's where it gets nuts. At number 3, we're in Arizona with Montezuma Well, a limestone sinkhole pumping out 1.5 million gallons of spring water daily since the 8th century. Native folks built homes around it for irrigation, turning a geological oopsie into a lifeline. But here's the kicker, it's home to 5 species found nowhere else, like a leech that'd make a vampire jealous. Stable? Sure, but living over a sinkhole with its own ecosystem feels like playing house on an alien planet. Respect to those OG desert architects. Number 2 takes us to Ripon, Yorkshire, where gypsum, aka limestone's more soluble cousin, turns neighborhoods into Swiss cheese. Homes here have been dropping into sinkholes for decades, some 100 feet deep, thanks to rapid dissolution and heavy rain. One family in 2014 watched their house crack like an egg as a hole yawned beneath it. It's not Florida-level chaos, but the UK's sneaky sinkhole game is strong. Think that's wild? Number 1's a total game changer. Drum roll, please. Number 1 is the Bayou Corne sinkhole in Louisiana, 2012. This beast started with weird seismic rumbles, then bam, a 750-foot deep, 37-acre swamp monster swallowed trees, homes, and forced an entire town to evacuate. Caused by a collapsed salt dome cavern tied to an industrial well, it's still growing, burping methane like a swamp dragon. One homeowner lost everything, watching their property sink into a watery grave. It's the king of sinkholes. Beautifully terrifying and a stark reminder, nature doesn't care about your deed. And there you have it. 10 homes that laughed in the face of solid ground and paid the price. From Florida's bedroom eating pits to Louisiana's swamp apocalypse, sinkholes are nature's way of saying, nice house, bro, mine now. Which one freaked you out the most? Drop it in the comments, smash that like button if you're still here, and subscribe for more wild dives into the world's weirdest corners. Oh, and maybe check your foundation tonight. Just saying. Catch you in the next one!